Hey guys, hope you are well. Last week I got all excited about the new Fujifilm X100V. That camera is really good, and so I will put the link to my video about it down below. But what I cannot stop thinking about is the required investment versus what I already have at home. The X-E3 with the 23mm f2 lens. The reason is simple. When I was out and about with the X100V, I also had this camera and lens combination with me. The new and super snappy X100V quickly won me over, but I did manage to take some photos with this older camera and lens combination as well. And yes, the X-E3 does feel a little bit slower, its EVF is a little bit darker, although not smaller than the X100V. The X-E3 also does not have that quick and quiet leaf shutter, and its screen at the back cannot tilt. But then I loaded up all the photographs from both cameras into my computer, opened a new session in Capture One, and suddenly I had to be very careful not to mix them together, because I just could not see the difference. And at first I chose some of the photos from the X-E3 for my video about X100V. The lenses are really very close in performance. And I have to admit, I almost like the photos from the XF23mm f2 lens more than from the built-in 23mm f2 lens in X100V. It's the same focal length with the same minimal aperture, so on paper these lenses look to be pretty much the same thing, but when I look at the photographs, there is something else that the XF lens adds to the pictures. Maybe the rendering looks more three-dimensional? Obviously I can only see the difference when I know the photo is from a different camera. Side by side, it is close to impossible to tell them apart. And that is a good thing. Because when I think about the price of this camera and lens combination versus what the X100V costs new or even slightly used, I cannot but favor my old buddy, the X-E3. And I've praised this camera before, so by now I almost feel like an X-E3 fanboy, but I really think they just got so much right with this little camera. And when I think about the upcoming X-E4, we obviously don't know how it will be spec-wise, only that it's coming early next year. But imagine this, with the same sensor, processor, EVF and tilting screen as in the X100V. Then there would be not many more reasons to buy the fixed lens camera apart from the optical viewfinder. And imagine if they managed to fit in the X-E4 with the bigger EVF from X Pro 3 and at the same level of weather sealing. Wouldn't that be something? But then it will probably cost the same as X100V, and that for a body only with no or a cheap kit lens. So let's go back to reality of budget-conscious decisions. In my eyes, the X-E3 keeps being a strong contender for a small, take-everywhere, street, travel and everyday camera, especially with the right lens. So if you already have it, keep it and buy yourself some nice lenses. The XF23mm f2 is a very good match for the small body of the X-E3. But if you are ready to buy a new camera and are not sure about the X100V, maybe wait for the specs and price of the X-E4. It will be only a couple more months before Fujifilm starts taking pre-orders for this new camera, which I believe will hit most of the wishes I've shared with you earlier. And what about you? What would you like to see in the next Fujifilm XF camera? Let me know in the comments below. Have a nice day, and I will see you with the next one.